Jeff Zack, thanks for joining me.
Hey,
Hey, Steve.
Steve.
Hey, we are getting some confirmation of something we've been talking about for a while, that there's actually some bright spots in office. Specifically, we're seeing some areas where there's more demand than there is supply. Specifically, a lot of large tenants are looking for buildings that have plenty of outdoor space, upscale fitness centers, restaurants, locations near transit hubs. And they're finding it's hard to get some of these spots, especially in hot spots like New York City's Park and Avenue, Miami's Brickwell District, Century City in Los Angeles. Um, we even seen, it's hard to find in some of Washington, D.C. and Chicago when we're really talking about this top shelf product. Some of your thoughts in that all of a sudden we're hearing talk not so much of office is dead, as in, at least for some markets and some segments there's not enough product.
Well, we've been saying this for a while. If you go back through our video series, we were saying that the exaggeration of Office's demise has been greatly exaggerated. I know I said exaggerated twice, but it's just kind of coming true. It just is coming true sooner than we thought. Good space is what is desirable. You want the space that is well located, both transportation and amenity wise, in terms of walkability, things in the building, surrounding the building. Some of the newer spaces, because there's less space, and there's more business, and there was a lull. People are looking for better deals, especially if they're willing to pay the money. And the problem you have across the board is there's only so much space. So in Brickell, in Park Avenue, in Washington, D.C., there are only specific corridors and specific buildings. Outside of that, there's no more development room. There's no more land. People aren't coming in and building these spaces, which means if you've now got five tenants in one space, you're going to have a demand that greatly exceeds supply. I think that trend does kind of spread from those cores into the surrounding neighborhoods. Uh, does it cause a full reversal across a full marketscape? I don't think so. But I do think that it has legs, and I think that you are going to see these 4 and 5 star properties at the top levels that, even if they're not in the heart of these areas, but even just close by, are going to see a big uptick in leasing activity and a sharp decline in vacancy.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about this side of these articles, and I should say, really, the authors of these articles needing people to click and read them. So, the feeling that Office is dead, kind of along the way for us, I don't want to say is hyperbole. It's just changed, and from what it originally was, but Office never really died. It was just something that had a little bit of a lull because there were some people working from home, but we all know that I guess I'd say the work from home trend is transitioning back into the office, with a lot of your major employers saying, get back to the office or get out. So I think it's going to continue to trend positively, and we'll see how it actually falls out.
Yeah, I think
And
one
even if
interesting.
I'm sorry to jump in, um, even with the return to office, you're still going to have hybrid
Yeah.
work. You're still going to have 3 day a week in office or at home or whatever it may be. We're not saying that that trend was just an experiment and that's gone away either. But what you are finding is these employers need to have the space in case everyone does come into the office, and whether they're there full time or not, they need specific space.
Yeah.
We've been saying that since COVID. There was a big shrinkage of space per employee from the 80s and 90s, and I'll probably butcher the numbers, but just estimating it was about 200 to 250 square feet per employee. And that shrank down with efficiency down to 70 to 90 square feet per employee. And with COVID, we saw that dramatically reverse to almost 200 square feet per employee for social distancing or otherwise. And that stuck. Even when social distancing didn't, that stuck. People liked and wanted that space again. And you're seeing that these employers, especially in these great areas, they want this space and it doesn't exist. So I think you're seeing a big a reversal of the reversal, as it were.
Yeah, I'm going to
Double
point to
agent
another.
reversal.
There you go. I'm going to point to another theme we've been talking about here, and I think it's in the data. CBRE reporting that tenants occupied 22% more top-tier office space in the third quarter of last year than they did at the end of 2019. Conversely, for the rest of the office market, the businesses occupied 5% less space in October.
That's
than
what we've
before
been
the
saying.
pandemic started. So yeah, and I would say the other theme here is you need to know what you're doing. I mean, you can't just throw a dart and expect to get a good deal. You have to understand the markets, you have to understand the properties, the different classes, because we got some different trends going on here. And we definitely have winners and losers, and it might be a little bit better to bet on the winners.
I'll bet you this day, and maybe it's a little bit further in the future. I don't know exactly when, but my crystal ball says I think you're going to start hearing about ground up office development again, which everyone
I do
thought
too.
was never going to happen. And I think you're going to be surprised by that one.
I do too.
Well, I'm going to go further than that. I'm going to say that we now have reports of firms such as Hines and BXP already in the early planning stages of exactly that. So, good
Mhm.
crystal ball there, Zach, because you're exactly right. We're already starting to see signs of that. Well,
Good.
hey, thanks a lot, guys. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. If you hated it, let us know in the comments or let us know what we got right or wrong or what else we should be saying. Subscribe if you haven't. Visit the website, selectfincap.com. Get on our free newsletter for information as well as exclusive commercial real estate investment opportunities. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Steve.
Steve.